I literally just heard this song for the first time like a couple days ago.
Hey yo, Jason.
Oh yeah.
Like I usually stop to think about a song for a while before I decide to review it, but this just one listen, I dropped my drink when I first heard this song. It's gonna be one of those episodes, folks. Prepare yourself. And yeah, it's another Jason DeRulo song. I'm really sorry. I did not expect to be reviewing another one this soon after the last one, so this might seem a little redundant. But if you need a recap, here's what I think of the guy in general. Jason DeRulo is a talentless hack, an emotionally retarded buffoon entirely devoid of wit, charisma, or anything resembling a functioning brain cell. An artist of stunning incompetence whose noxious, simpering vocals depend entirely on lazy autotune that somehow still emphasizes the pathetic inability to hold a single note on key in his reedy, punchable throat. He's a malformed rat being, clumsily unable to even walk upright, who's too stupid to even pity, and I wish he'd come to terms with the fact that he's a sentient bug of pig sewage so he'll stop polluting the world with the audio dumpster juice he calls music. I don't like him. Artistically, man, I don't know what he's like personally. And I feel weirdly alone in this. I mean, I hate Chris Brown and Justin Bieber, but you know, that doesn't make me special. I'm not gonna blow anyone's mind by saying I think they suck. But I think I may be the only person who really genuinely loathes Jason DeRulo. I guess because he kind of blends into the background and people don't notice him enough. Well, you'll remember this one, trust me. In the few months since I reviewed it, Talk Dirty has continued to be played just as much as ever, and my criticisms of it stand. The premise doesn't make any sense, it exposes a lot of ugly attitudes towards women in other cultures, and of course DeRulo is atrocious on it as always. In other words, Talk Dirty is probably my favorite Jason DeRulo song to date. There is much wrong with it, obviously, but if you can get past Jason DeRulo's voice, Jason DeRulo's lyrics, Jason DeRulo's personality, and of course, racism, you'll actually find a lot to like about Talk Dirty. Specifically a beat that is probably the best you'll hear in a mainstream radio hit right now. That comes from world beat fusion group Balkan Beatbox, and it is an inspired choice of sample that Talk Dirty steals and actually improves in some minor ways, like the orchestra hits in the lead up to the chorus. And that's probably why, though he never really stopped charting, Talk Dirty was the first in a while that made people actually remember DeRulo's name. I even heard goddamn ads for his newest album, which in actuality is just his last album with some newer tracks mixed in. I assume this was done to help cement DeRulo's new direction. See, DeRulo had always worked in the electronic dance pop side of R&B, but Talk Dirty took him more towards sleazy, down and dirty hip-hop. And why not? Chris Brown made that exact transition when he couldn't play the unthreatening boy next door anymore after everyone found out he was a douchebag. And DeRulo was even less credible as a man of romance. Why not play up the sleazy side of his persona? So we get his newest song, Wiggle, which is about every rapper's favorite female body part, the shin. Excuse me, I misread that. The butt. The buttocks are what this song is about. Take a listen.
Hey yo, Jason.
Oh yeah.
Say something to her. Holla at her.
Yeah, Jason, say something. Really impress her.
How'd you fit all that in them jeans?
Well, this is already going downhill. Not the only time this song reminded me of My Humps, by the way. And wait for it. Wait for it.
You know what to do with that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Excuse me, I'm just trying to smother myself with my own hands.
You know what to do with that big fat butt.
I love how the music cuts out and lets that lyric just sit there like a protracted, lingering fart.
You know what to do with that big fat butt.
Because really, what response is there but just a long stretch of awkward silence? So let's all just stop what we're doing and think about the horrible, awkward thing that just happened. Maybe while glaring in his direction.
You know what to do with that big fat butt.
Oh, and let's listen to that beat. Now, remember how I said how good the beat was to Talk Dirty? Yeah, well, lightning didn't strike twice, obviously. Let's take a listen here.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
That's a goddamn recorder. I mean, I looked at the video, I was like trying to be charitable, like maybe they're going for an exotic pan flute thing. No, that's a goddamn recorder. It's a beat built around a plastic toy you get at the dollar store for 3-year-olds. And an annoying plastic dollar store toy at that. This is one level up from having the lead instrument in your song be a Tickle Me Elmo. Tickle, tickle, tickle.
You know what to do with that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
You know, if your butt is big and fat enough, you don't have to do anything with it. It'll wiggle on its own. And if you're thinking that we've already reached the dumbest point in the song 10 seconds in, well, sorry, no. Let's see how dumb the rabbit hole goes.
Patty cake with no hands. Got me in this club making wedding plans.
Looking for love in all the wrong places.
You know, I'm not your mom or anything, but maybe you two are moving a little fast here.
Got me in this club making wedding plans.
Slow down, Ted Mosby. Believe it or not, a butt is not a foundation for a lasting marriage.
If I take pictures while you do your dance, I can make you famous on Instagram.
And isn't that every girl's dream? To have a photo of their butt go viral?
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Shake it, girl.
Just a little bit.
Biddle, 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 biddle. Shake what your mama gave you.
Can I ask, is there any song in history that has the word wiggle in the title, or wiggle anywhere in the song that was any good?
Wiggle it just a little bit. Wiggle, 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 yeah.
Get ready to wiggle. Wiggle will make you big and strong.
Holy crap, what the hell is this last one? Yeah, I'm gonna take that as a no. It's an inherently stupid, unusable word in a song. Okay, hold on. Okay, I found a Bob Dylan song. Maybe I was wrong.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle like a bowl of soup. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle like a rolling hoop. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle like a ton of lead. Wiggle, you
No, I was right the first time. Man, the 80s were just not good for Dylan. Okay, keep it going. Let's just power through it.
Hot damn it. Woo. Your booty like 2 planets. Woo. Go ahead and go ham sandwich. Woo.
Okay, seriously, is this a diss track?
Your booty like 2 planets.
Like, this isn't just a big fat butt, it's an astronomically large butt. I'm genuinely not sure this isn't just a horribly cruel song making fun of fat girls.
Hot damn it. Woo. Your booty like 2 planets.
Okay, I heard Dana Carvey say once that his George H.W. Bush impression started out as fairly accurate, but by 1992 he had done it so much that it became like this impression of his original impression, and it didn't really resemble the president anymore. I bring it up because Jason DeRulo, and I think maybe a lot of rap guys, he's gotten this impression of what an attractive butt is. Like, he knows they're supposed to be big because, you know, that's been ingrained by more than 2 decades of hip-hop now. And he understands that they have, you know, 2 cheeks that are round and sometimes clap together when shaken. But it's like he's never actually seen a human butt before. So this vague, exaggerated description is all he has. And at this point, what he thinks a butt is doesn't really resemble anything like real life, and he's just embarrassing himself.
When you grab a woman's breast and it feels like a bag of sand.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Your booty like 2 planets.
Big butts are good. That's been ingrained in him. So the best butt must be the butt that's the biggest. This is the logic. The best butt has cheeks like 2 planets. And when they clap together, it's like boosh. And I take back that thing about a butt not being a strong foundation for marriage. Apparently, this butt is huge enough to be a foundation for anything.
Your booty like 2 planets. Woo. Go ahead and go ham sandwich. Woo.
What?
Go ahead and go ham sandwich. Woo.
Man, I don't even want to finish this now.
Go ahead and go ham sandwich.
Okay, well, let me go all rap genius on you here. Go ham is an abbreviation for go hard as a muffa. DeRulo adds to that expression to make go ham sandwich, which indicates that he wants you to go hardcore with the wiggling, and to make it clear that he is in fact comparing you to actual ham. This is bringing the subtext to the forefront here. He does in fact think of you as a piece of meat, and he's proud of it.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Oh, right, and there's Snoop Dogg. I'll be honest, I haven't actually listened to Snoop Dogg's part. I usually turn this off before then.
Shake what your mama gave you. Misbehave you. I just wanna strip you, dip you, flip you.
This is filler.
Completely separated till I deeply penetrate it. Then I take it out and wipe it off. Eat
Okay,
it.
that's gross.
Eat it, ate it, love it, hate it, overstated, underrated. Everywhere I've been, can you
That
wiggle?
was okay, I guess. The Snoop Dogg being in this song reflect badly on him? No. Snoop Dogg is basically untouchable at this point. Nothing reflects badly on him. he knows we'll forgive him no matter what awful, worthless thing he slaps his name on. He'll make terrible movies, sell out to T-Mobile ads, change his name and make boring reggae records, whatever. He's Snoop friggin' Dogg. But at the same time, even if the song doesn't stain his reputation doesn't exactly reflect any glory onto the song either. I mean, the Snoop Dogg brand is not a seal of quality, you get me? Snoop's never been one for quality control, and even though I love him, the flood of crap is starting to test my patience. I will admit, though, I am impressed at how well these hip-hop dancer girls are wiggling. I'm not talking about their curves or their moves. I mean, how the hell are they dancing to this? This beat is so bad. It's just pokey and lame. This is basically unwiggleable music. If you can wiggle to this, you can wiggle to anything.
For the life of me, I cannot remember.
Ha ha ha, butts. Big butts.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Oh my god, can we all just stop saying wiggle?
Cadillac, Cadillac, pop that trunk. Let's take a shot, alley-oop that dunk.
This is one of those songs that is so bad that I almost forgive someone for liking it. I knew a critic, and one I respect, who genuinely thought Crank That Soulja Boy was one of the best songs of the decade just on the basis of it being so goddamn weird. And it is weird. It's awful, but I mean, it's not a kind of awful you hear every day. Kind of made that same judgment call for the practically avant-garde ass. But you know what? No. I take it back. I think all of it. Wiggle isn't strange enough to be so bad it's good. And even if it was a weirder flavor of bad, I'd still hate it because I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all these songs. I'm a dumb guy who sees women as objects, number 5,030,000. I'm sick of listening to them. I'm sick of reviewing them. I'm offended by them. And I don't mean I'm offended by the noxious sexism and stupidity. I'm just offended on the level of aesthetics. This is not good music. I mean, I played the whole thing for you. Every single part of it was awful. I mean, we went through the whole thing. Did I miss anything?
Tired of working at 9 to 5. Oh, baby, let me come and change your life.
Oh, wow. Look at Jason DeRulo, sympathizing with the working women of the world. Yeah, you know, I bet that's what Dolly Parton was hoping for when she sang the song. It sure sucks being just a step on the boss man's ladder, but one day with a little luck, you can shake your ass for Jason DeRulo. You know, maybe you should add a guest verse to this song. Wouldn't that be great? Yeah, he better not. He's already stinking up one genre. He better not try and stink up country, too.
And we're proud to have Jason DeRulo, y'all!
This is how we roll. This is how we ride. This is how we ride.
Damn, baby, you got a bright future behind you.
Wiggle, 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 go.